Well, what do you know? It took me less than a million seconds. Um, yeah, that went on really smoothly. And even though it went on smoothly, chances are that it still might give me a little trouble. So here's the top blade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place this blade right on top and line up the holes. Make sure the holes are lined up. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? There they go, there they go, there they go. Doesn't that look like a face right here? There they go, there they go. Oh, oh, oh. All right. And now I'm going to put the screws inside of here. Happy Tuesday. I'm about to say Wednesday. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm messing up. All right, all right. Calm down, calm down. All right. This is a little. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. All right. That works. Nice. All right. So now we got this going and this showing. I'm going to remove these screws and put these screws on top of yours. So the best way to do this is to drop these in here, just like so. Ooh. Drop these in here, just like so. All right. And then we're going to start the screw. Start the screw. All right, that's enough. All right, so what I'm doing here is putting it a little bit of screwed all the way on. But before I tighten it, what I need to do is, this will help you make sure that your cutting blade is sitting in the right place. Also, the steel blade is still going to be aligned with the cutting blade, so it doesn't have like a tilt or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I can move this up and down, the lever. All right. See how it's moving? Moving, moving, moving. Now, what I'm also going to do is push the setting blade, or the steel blade is what I'm calling it. This is the steel blade. I'm going to push this up as high as I can just to see how much gap that I'll have if I just, leave the lever down. Now remember, once I tighten this, the moving blade will start to move up a little bit. It'll be leaning towards the clipper, meaning this way. So it'll come down towards the clipper. And then this, the setting blade will lay on top of it, of course. And you want to make sure that you don't try to tilt left or right, because once you tighten this, you'll be able to tell if the blade that's moving is aligned straight with the blade that's still. Because if you don't, you'll be able to tell. You see how one side is higher than the other? Can you see that? Or if I do it the other way? Yeah, one side. And you'll see. And that's not a good thing. So you really have to be careful on when you set it. So what I'll do is, at this point, after I pushed it up, I'll see how much space I got. Then I push it down to see how much space I got. Then slowly but surely, what I do is I'll tighten it a little bit at a time. Okay. And what I do is I try to also hold it on both ends as I turn the screw in. Okay. So that's one side, then the other side. You probably can't tell, but every time I turn the screw some more, it lowers the cutting blade. I mean the steel blade. Now, the more I do this, the tighter it'll get. But that does not mean that it's in the proper place. So what I'm doing is pretty much a test to see. They heard a click. So chances are that the cutting blade is where it's supposed to be. All right. So you can't really tell, I don't think, but this is exactly where it needs to be. But I can tell by looking at this profile view that the steel blade is a little bit too high on this side. So what I'm going to do is unscrew this just a little bit. Just enough to move it. Not enough to shift it around. So just enough to move it. And just like that, it's in its place. I don't know if you could really see, but yeah. Now I can go ahead and tighten it again. And this time I didn't unloose it. I didn't untighten it too much. Just enough so that I can move it. And yeah, that was all she wrote. Now I'm gonna do one more test. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it up to the light like this and put one eye on the prize. That kind of blinded me, so I'm gonna turn this off. And I'll use my not so bright light right here. And that's way better. I believe I can fly. Wait. Okay. Let me see. And that's my tutorial on how to change a moving blade and a steel blade. Another episode of Who to Fix Your Clipper is now over.